The annual Isle of Wight Car Club Healey Weekend never disappoints, and this year's action and drama was non-stop.
Oh, he just hit a cone!
Did he?
Yeah, let's come down. Cone. Well, now
it's too dangerous to lose. For many years, the Island Healey Club have been making their annual pilgrimage to try and wrestle the coveted Turbine Trophy from the Isle of Wight Car Club. This year they came armed with some serious machinery, some very performance-orientated MX-5s, and even a Mark I Rally Escort that had competed in the London to Sydney Safari Rally. The 2 days spread over the fireworks weekend comprised of rounds 12 and 13 of the car club's championship. However, in conjunction with the championship, the times from the 2 days are combined to see who is the quickest over the entire weekend, and that person will have their name immortalised on what has to be the best trophy in the car club trophy cabinet. An astonishing 45 drivers competed over the weekend, including some new members and some that we have not seen for a long time. Welcome to new members Dean Masterton and Gary Weatherick sharing a Suzuki Cappuccino. Lee Lynch was in his MX-5 and Hope Wallace was driving her Ford Fiesta. Saturday's event was based at BAE Systems in Northwood. This large open car park has lots of room and was deliberately set up for the larger cars. Right from the off there was drama. The club's timing system decided to fail. Despite frantic efforts, it could not be fixed. The good news was the club had been developing a prototype system for just this scenario. This previously untested system was put into place and normality was returned. The weather forecast for the weekend was damp and bitterly cold. Traction was an issue for many in the opening runs. However, not everyone competes to win. Most are happy to test their car and their driving ability to the limit in a safe and controlled environment. Dan Morgan set the standard early on Saturday. Halfway through the day, he had a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. However, in the afternoon, Steve Wells, in a similar Class 5 low cost, was applying the pressure and posting similar time.
To quote Dan Morgan, you've got the car. I don't know about that. I think that might be a driver's excuse coming there.
Healey Club visitor Oliver Chatham's MX-5 gave up before the event had even started. However, Isle of Wight Car Club members kindly volunteered to let him drive their cars, and he was the fastest of the Healey Club. Another driver who had mechanical issues was Dan Young, whose drivetrain on his classic Mini failed on the start line on his first run. Not wanting to miss out on a day's motorsport, he commandeered his wife's BMW Z4. As the temperature plummeted, Adam Greenham rose up through the leaderboard to the frustration of Dan Morgan, who was unable to improve on his third run. Adam's sixth run was faultless, and he was rewarded with the fastest time of the day. Dan had to settle for second place, and Steve Wells stood on the third step of the podium. Many drivers spent their evening enjoying the fireworks or sharing an adult beverage with the Healey drivers. However, quite a few were spannering hard into the night to prepare for tomorrow's event. Day 2 at the college car park is a much tighter venue and with many raised curbs. There is little room for error and more suitable for the smaller, agile cars. Adam Greenham was starting the day with 0.5 of a second lead, and there was only 0.7 of a second separating the top 4 drivers. Chris Wilson had a bad day on Saturday with his ex-Autograss Special not handling to his liking and left him in 15th place. Chris now knew that the Healey Trophy was out of his grasp, but he had the larger prize of the overall championship in his sights, so today a good result was needed.
Well done.
Pushing hard, Chris struck one of the unforgiving college curbs, and it looked like his day was over and put the car back on the trailer, but seeing his club championship hopes disappear, he unloaded his car to continue competing.
Hang on, I need an interview for this.
You got the car back off the trailer
Yes.
to get Dan.
No, to help Chris get down, because I ain't going to catch it, but Chris has got a chance.
Ryan Munt was still having issues with his low cost, and again Dan offered him a drive in his car. This was not without advantage, as Ryan would perform his run before handing the car over to Dan, with warm tyres and shared information on the racing lines and braking zones. This is a common technique among teams, and it's allowed as long as there have been 5 minutes or at least 3 cars between runs. This duo set the pace for the day, and everyone was playing catch up.
So what happened though? Literally the battery box has just rotted out.
The Greenham family suffered minor mechanical issue when the boot floor of their classic Mini gave up and deposited the battery on the floor. Nothing that can't be fixed. As they say, if you can't fix it with cable ties and duct tape, you're not using enough cable ties and duct tape.
It literally fell on the floor.
Kevin Richardson on his 6th and final run posted the fastest time of the day. However, he only held this position for about 2 minutes, as the next car to enter the stop box was Dan Morgan, over 0.6 of a second quicker, giving him not only the event win, but also the coveted Healey Turbine Trophy. Hope Wallace is a natural behind the wheel of her Ford Fiesta and deserved the flowers presented to her on both days and the fastest lady of the weekend trophy. Kevin had to settle for 2nd on Sunday, and Chris Wilson kept his championship title alight by finishing on the 3rd step of the podium. This annual fixture is the highlight of the Isle of Wight Car Club's calendar, and we very much look forward to seeing the Austin Healey Club next year.
Turn round. Turn round. Brilliant.
This is the short video. If you'd like to see the full episode with more interviews and extra footage, keep an eye on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and Twitter. The next and final event will be held at Fort Street in Sandown on the 27th of November. This is a great venue for spectators, so come and see who will clinch the 2016 Sealed Surface Championship title.
Ha ha ha.